Hello, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey, we're doing our weekly show and tell. We do this every single week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're here at the Adafruit factory with all our Adafruit goodies in the background, and you're in your homes or work or hacker spaces, and you're going to show off your cool projects. And we're so excited to do that. We're going to start off with some people who are Adafruit team members, and we're going to go down the list. Please mute your mic until
I have some breaking news, though.
Calling you, and then we have to wait, but we have to.
No, breaking news. I have to interrupt the whole show. I'm so sorry. Everyone, this is 4 years as of now that we've been doing the show and tell. 4 years. 4 years as of now.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Well, we're the ones who've been here for 4 years.
No, but other people have seen it and participated. Some people, they've got jobs at Adafruit because they were on the show and tell.
We're getting old. Okay.
Yeah. No, we're the same. Everyone else is getting old.
That's true. Okay, we're in stasis.
All right, I'm back. Okay. News break. Done.
News break is done. Okay, so we'll wrap up at 7:55.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Please help us wrap up at 7:55 so we can get the next show ready in time. Start off with Tony D.
Hey. So I've got just a quick little kind of preview of something I'm working on. So I really like dashboards, that show you metrics, maybe a gauge or a bar graph to show you, bugs that are open or things like that. They're really useful to just kind of get a quick read on how something's going. But I wanted to make something that's a little more physical and not just like a computer screen. Like there's all kinds of neat things you can put on a TV monitor to show things. So I'm working on a little thing to take something almost like a whiteboard. So this is just a piece of foam board that's made for whiteboard markers to be written on. And I've got the little automotive stepper motor right here. So it's just like a little kind of car gauge right there. And this one's just kind of funny. It's unread email count. And so you can see, if you have not many emails, you can get things done. You go all the way to email bankruptcy. When you've just got too many, you have to delete them all. But the idea is, put some of these little gauges, put some little LED backpacks, like bar graphs, things like that on a whiteboard, and then you can just erase everything and start over and say, okay, today this is unread emails, but maybe next week it can be GitHub issues that are open, things like that. So this is like a small one I want to do, and I want to do like a bigger one that's more like poster board size that has, things like the large little LED backpacks with the big bright LED gauges on there and numbers and things. So kind of still a little bit in progress, really like a little bit of an idea right now, but thinking about it, and in the next few weeks I'll probably do something with this. And I'm still trying to think how I want to power it, like maybe a Raspberry Pi or like an ESP8266, something that can just live in a corner and you can send data to it and say, okay, change this bar graph or change this stepper motor. So
that's cool. For email, are you going to have it like hit IMAP and just do a count or pop and unread or like what?
Yeah, that's a good question. I want to play a little bit with some of those services like Zapier and IFTTT, because it's annoying with email. There's so many different providers, and like Gmail has one API, and another service has another API. So if there's something that can just take all that together and give you a consistent feed, that would be nice to use here. And it could hook up to services like Adafruit.io and anything that has data that you can just pump into these dashboards and change the values for it. So yeah, I'm still kind of thinking through with that, but probably some kind of service that I ideally don't want to have to like write all this code to talk to Gmail myself. If there's something I can use already that does that, that'd be ideal.
I wish all of the providers would allow just like very simple things like, is the Hangout on or off? That's all I want, so we can like make an internet connected sign. How many emails do I have? That is not weird information. Like that's an okay thing to publish, like an RSS feed. Like someone like we kind of solved this a long time ago. Like I'm old, so RSS is awesome, but that would be really neat to have. But we don't. We don't seem to have
everything has to have like OAuth and like SSL.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Accept.
Now, Pedro.
What you doing this week?
Hey, what's up, guys? This week, we have this very awesome collab by Phil.
That sounds really great, but it's kind of hello.
No, it's good.
Hello.
God damn it. Hold on. My apologies. We're better.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's
okay. Sorry about that.
Echo robots.
It was an echo robot. It was cool.
Okay, so this is D20. It's a talking D20. Pedro, roll the dice. What happens? Oh, right. Good. Okay. Cool thing about this is that it has sort of conditional announcements. So it says There you go.
And it prevents cheating.
Oh, okay, that's good. But yeah, it's this week's project. It has all the electronics inside. It's got an accelerometer, a pro trinket, an amplifier, and it is really hard to open.
Powerful magnets hold
very
this-
powerful magnets, but you don't want it to open and break. So that's why we have powerful magnets in there. But really compact circuit. Everything's mounted in there. It's got a 500 milliamp battery, so it's going to last quite a bit. All the details are in Philby's guide. Very, very cool project.
And of course, video comes out
I didn't turn it on.
tomorrow.
Yeah, soon to be cloned by ThinkGeek or Hot Topic.
That's the. Ooh, good job. But yeah, tomorrow we'll talk about more about the project and some other different things. I'm trying to switch cameras here. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's about it.
Brad. All right, we're going to keep chugging along. Okay, next up, Richard. How's it going, Richard? Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hey guys, so I have one really quick thing before I get into my project. So someone came along and donated a whole bunch of stuff to the makerspace here, just boxes and boxes, and one of them was this development board. So it's from Atmel. It's an SAM3SEK, which I'm guessing is that chip in the middle, but it's got all kinds of cool things, a capacitive touch matrix and TTF display and tons of different stuff. So we'll have this for people to play around with. But
back in the day, that's before the Arduino came out, Atmel would sell you a dev board, and that was everything. And it was expensive and
those
tough.
valve boards used to be like $200, $300.
And you'd hang out like on maybe AVR Freaks. That's like right before Arduinos happened.
The SAM chip is newer, but like
those
their
are the
valve board.
dev boards that everyone used to get.
Yeah, but now they're like people just getting Arduinos.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, that was like brand new in the box. It doesn't even look like they opened it. But let me switch cameras here, and I'll show you guys the LED project I've been working on. So last week I showed off the board that I was working on for doing the color change and mode change. And basically this is it put inside of like a fur wrap. So now if I press this button and hold it and press the other button, I can change different colors. And I don't know how well you can see the LEDs there.
Yeah.
But now if I do the other one, I can press and change the mode flashing.
Blinking.
So you can kind of see it blinking. Let me change it to green. That shows up really well. There we go. And it goes all the way over to the rainbow shift. If I can find that one. Oh, I think I'm still changing colors. I still have to work out like which buttons do which, because I can never remember which one I have to hold down to do color. Yeah. But it does 64 different combinations of that. I'm thinking about adding a sensor feedback, and I just took photos of assembling that. It's with the trinket today, and I'm going to post that on the on your guys' site to do a tutorial on how to make it.
Cool.
But then aside from that, I've also designed my own board. So this is the same thing, but just with the ATtiny 85. So that's pretty much all I need in order to drive the same thing. I might just add like another like vibration sensor, just the like fast vibration sensor, so I can detect if someone's jumping up and down, and add that to one of the modes. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on all week.
Awesome.
All right, great stuff. Well, as always, email support@adafruit.com. You get as seen on show and tell sticker. Next up, Jonathan. How's it going, Jonathan? Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, sound great.
All right, so basically I'm doing something a little bit different. Basically, I raise quail, and I had to move my incubator out of my house into my basement because my wife wasn't too happy. But since I moved it out of my house, I wanted to be able to monitor it all the time. So basically I used the Huza, and basically I've set it up so that it's monitoring it all the time.
Oh, neat.
And what I'm doing is I'm using the Blink app so that I can watch it, my humidity and my temperature at any time.
Oh, yeah.
And I've also set it up so that I can just turn the LED on and off. That I was just playing around. But I am having a problem with it where it basically, after a certain amount of time, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what the deal is, but it will just stop. It will just lose connection. Like there will be no lights on the board. So I basically put in a reset after every 1,000 loops.
It's a good idea.
That seems to be helping somewhat.
All right.
Yeah, you can also, like, if you want to do a test, move it closer, just to see if it's a range thing. You know, maybe try a different router. Like, who knows? But if that's solving it, that's pretty good. I had quail and doves as a kid, and there was nothing like this at all. You went and checked everything constantly.
Right.
And so
there were a few things like that I could buy, but they were like $200.
yeah.
So
It's all like old school, like mechanical timers and stuff. Like none of it really. That's cool.
Wait, so I got that you were using the Hazan for the like temperature sensor, but what was the app you said you were using?
Blink.
Blink.
BLYNK.
Okay.
And that hooks up. It's like a data visualization app.
Right.
Okay.
And it basically just, I mean, you can see the
Yeah.
like it just puts out digital readouts.
It looks like Adafruit.io. Do you want to try Adafruit.io with?
I actually filled out the link, but for the beta, but I haven't.
Email support@adafruit.com, and then somewhere put attention Phil, and just say I have some quail, and we talked, and it's gonna I'll just give you I'll set you up with an account. We're about to send out some beta invites.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and
we should
I'll send you the link so that you can watch the actual hatching.
I would like to see
I
that.
absolutely will watch
That's
hatching.
so cool.
I haven't seen
They're
birds
cyber
hatching.
quail.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be between Saturday and Sunday, so.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually know what I'm doing now on Saturday and Sunday. Okay. All right.
Let's check out Tony's cat. Tony's cat would love some quail.
Yeah, they're tasty.
Yum.
Okay.
Delicious.
All right.
Okay.
Next up, Gregory.
Hey, Greg.
Hey everyone, hopefully you can hear me this time.
Yeah, you sound great.
Sweet, I fixed the microphone. Alright, cool. So hey, I got another camera project. I actually have a specific requirement for this one. Next week I'm going on leave, and I'm going up to Ohio for they have a big D-Day reenactment up there, and they take everyone out on boats, and they reenact the landings in Normandy, but they're very strict. Okay, so you can't have anything modern. It all has to be period. But I wanted to record it. So what I have here in pieces, this is a first aid pouch for a parachuter first aid pouch, and what it is inside of here I've glued a Pi camera module, and then I have an actual here, let me see. So I have an actual Raspberry Pi with the Power Boost 1000C here, and I have some buttons that I'm going to put on it, but I've actually done a little bit of a different thing here. This guy right here is your UART Bluefruit module, my very first foray into the Bluefruit. So I have the Adafruit app here. Can't see it very well. And I've set it up so that when I use the control pad, there's an LED hanging right there. When I hit the 1 button,
Whoa.
it lit up so it's now recording, and when I hit the 2 button, it's now not recording anymore. So that way I can have it all enclosed in this one system, in this pouch. Hopefully I can fit it all in there.
Are they going to take away your cell phone, though, because it's not period?
No, you just can't show it, right? You can't
I can hide it in a jacket, in a pocket somewhere, and when I'm out on the boat ready to get out on the beach, you know, no one can see me, so I can just pull it out, hit it real quick, put it away, and then I'm recording, and I've got everything ready to go.
All right,
So
sweet.
That's going to be... I will, whenever I'm done, that's next weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, next weekend. Whatever, I'm going to put it on YouTube, and I'll email you guys a link. So
Oh,
Okay, yeah, you cannot put a scene on the show and tell sticker on anything on the landing,
They do
but
not exist
but
then.
afterwards you can.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, go
Thanks
get
so
those
much, Greg.
Germans. Okay.
All right, next up. Steven, how's it going? Unmute
Hey,
your mic
Steven.
and show us your project.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you yet, Steven. Yeah, I can't hear you yet. How about we will go to Aiden and try to see how your microphone goes. You might have to try other stuff and come back.
So we'll get back to you
Yeah.
in a few minutes.
Yeah, when we hear you making noise, we'll know things are working out. Okay, Aiden, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey.
So, I here have a shoe that looks like an ordinary shoe, except it's got a manual selector valve at the end.
Yeah.
What that does is it controls a soft robotic insole that I put on the inside. And what that does is it can inflate different pockets and the air pockets it has and kind of mold to your foot in a way. So I have a large silicone cast that I made in these two 3D printed molds here. And so once I had the finished cast, I coated it in spray rubber, which is a little trick to protecting soft robots that I showed in the previous show and tell. And I fitted in this shoe. I drilled a hole in the back, slotted the tubing through, and a valve. And so you can inflate it, close the valve, and or like while your foot is in the shoe, and it'll provide kind of like a squishy, comfy shoe sole. Feels a lot like Jello when you're walking in it. But here, let me quickly show it. So I can. Hold on.
It's like Reebok, the pump shoes, and Dr. Scholl's gel insole all put into one.
So I can inflate it with this hand thing if I have the valve set up right. Okay. So here you can see it.
Oh, wow. That's kind of creepy. Okay.
So I extend it, then seal off the valve, and it stays inflated. And plan would be probably do this after I've put my shoe, put my foot into the shoe.
Yeah.
And it's a soft robotic insole.
Okay.
Outstanding. If you fill it with helium, you can actually run faster. That's true.
This is bad science you're teaching people.
All right. Well, thank you so much. There's room
Right,
on the
thank
side
you.
of the shoe for an as seen on the show and tell sticker for sure.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Steven and see if he got his mic going. If not, we'll just have you come back next week. How's it going, Steven? No microphone. Oh, no. Do you want to hold up your project real quick? We'll try to guess what it is. All right. Okay. It looks like you're working on one of your first projects.
Okay. I don't know what
breadboard
the
and buttons.
board is, but there's buttons. Is it a game controller? Is it like a game controller for video games? Okay.
Did we get it? Is that it? What it is?
Okay.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah. His mic is still muted.
Okay. Well, we got half of it.
I think we got most of it. What I think you should try to do is come back next week and see if you can get your mic going.
We'll be here.
We're definitely here. We've been doing this for 4 years. So
We're going to be here for another 4 years. So come back next week. We'll be waiting for you. We'll have a sticker ready for you.
All right.
Thank you for your patience.
What's up, C. Scott? Play us out. What you got going?
It takes a moment for the mic to come online. I think it's working. Okay, let me do a quick screen share here. So since the last time we were on the show, I have finished the surface mount version. You know, about 100 parts aren't surface mount, the jacks and knobs and what have you, but in mounting the 700 parts, I made 2 mistakes. I got a diode backward, and I had a cold joint on one of those SMT trimmers, so I didn't think I did too badly there. It went together quicker than the through-hole ones because it was just soldering surface mounts faster. So, but you know, it works. It's what you see over there. So I have to debug a small issue. The third oscillator is sounding 3 octaves higher than it should, but it's tracking, so it's functional, but it's just got an anomaly. But
there's one resistor of the 5,000 on there that you get.
I don't know what it is. I think it's actually a transistor not turning off, but we'll see. But that's my entire week has been getting this thing ready because the KnobCon convention here in Chicago happens in a month, and I want to have this ready to go. Okay. And between now and then, I want to duck over to my factory in West Virginia and spend a week programming the pick-and-play system for 700 parts, which is not a trivial thing.
Boy. Yeah, that's. Can you export from Eagle, or you have?
Yes, I can export the parts list that has the rotation angles, and I have a Python script that will remap that into a template for the machine. And I have to tweak it a little bit. You know, I have to tweak every part basically because you have to set the pickup force and the down force and how many axis of the jaw's correct. like gull wing parts you can't do 2-axis correction on because they'll fly off the nozzle.
Yeah.
You lose a couple parts on every build. It seems like it'll either pick it up wrong or it'll move it too quickly, and you notice that like the larger capacitors are still through hole because they're just so massive.
Oh yeah, just the height you need and the amount of suction to pick it up. It's tough.
Well, I'm going to have the company I worked for back in West Virginia 30 years ago. I'm going to have it do the final assembly, mount all the through-hole parts for me because they've got people dedicated to assembling that kind of stuff. So I'm going to surface mount all my parts, which is 90% of the production time, and then bring boxes of boards to them and have them put them together. So
yeah, also like through-hole capacitors are way cheaper than surface mount.
I know it's the one anomaly in SMT components because the chips are cheaper, the resistors are way cheaper, but the capacitors aren't. And you'll notice that some of my capacitors are still through-hole because the larger values are just impractical to buy in quantity for surface mount because it's $1 for like a 0.47 microfarad capacitor surface mount, and I got that one for like 12 cents. So you got to follow the money.
Follow the money. All right, thanks for the update.
All right.
All good.
That's everything.
Sweet.
All right, thank you, everyone. We'll be celebrating the 4 years of doing show and tell all this month. Thank you so much, Tony. And Richard, thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Greg.
When I have one more of these made, or several more of these made, the test batches, I call it off the SMT machine, I'll just send one to you.
That would be amazing.
We'll tweak it. We'll very much enjoy it.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We'll see you on Ask an Engineer in a few minutes, and we'll see you next week on Show and Tell at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single week. We're doing this thing.
Another
Thank you,
4
guys.
years.
Okay.
4 more years.
Yeah.
4 more years.
Yeah, no politics on this show, apparently.
Well, we're like the dictators. You can't run us off the island. We're here for life.
That we are. It's true. Okay. All right. Bye.